Junkie, and in today's episode, number 33, we're going to talk about social proof and negative reviews and how avoiding negative reviews online when someone criticizes your product or service is actually a bad thing, okay? And how and why you should address negative reviews and how addressing negative reviews and the pure concept of social proof can actually help you grow your business. So with that said, episode number 33 of the Startup Junkie, check it out. Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the show. This is the Startup Junkie. I'm your host, AJ. And I like to say, honestly, I have been looking forward to actually doing this particular episode, which is number 33, where we're going to address social proof as well as negative reviews online. Now, and the reason why I'm happy to address this particular topic is because so many of you, in sidebars and DMs, will come to me and say, or shoot me a message and say, hey, AJ, you're always talking about this thing called social proof, and you use this example of the Breakfast Club, say, versus, or Roscoe Chicken and Waffles versus, say, McDonald's or Burger King. And no worries if you don't understand what I'm talking about, or if you can even reference what I'm talking about, I will explain, okay? But first and foremost, be sure to share today's message with someone if you feel like it resonates and it can actually help them, because the whole concept of social proof and addressing negative reviews online can dramatically and drastically affect your business. And I want to say thank you very much for all those who are chiming in already. Thank you very much, Harold. What's up, King? I appreciate you checking out the show here. Just want to acknowledge that you're here today. I appreciate you checking out. I see there's some other people. Hey, if you can hear me, type in the chat. Hey, yes, I can hear you. I see there's more people joining. There's 4 people so far, and it's always beautiful to have your faces in the place, so to speak. Yes, I'm dropping my mic. I am terrible. I am doing everything today myself. All right, Nikki, how you doing? I appreciate you. Thank you for checking us out this morning. All right, so let's get into today's topic. All right. Yeah, okay, great. You can hear me. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, you can hear me. I appreciate it. Hey, we are multi-streaming on Facebook directly to my personal profile, as well as to the private group, startupjunkie.io. Be sure to search that in your search bar in Facebook and join our private group, as well as we are live streaming right now on YouTube. And if you're into podcasting, you love listening to podcasts on the go, if you just love sitting around your house listening to podcasts, you can definitely find us on iTunes, as well as iHeart Media, Spotify, as well as TuneIn, which is Amazon, which is Alexa. So if you have that product in your house, say, hey, Alexa, play Startup Junkie Live, and you can check out episodes as we are uploading content constantly. All right, so now let's get into it. All right, so let me rub my hands here. All right, so here is the situation. I have friends that own businesses that don't give a damn about negative reviews online. In fact, before negative reviews really started gaining traction, say in the late 90s, early 2000s, people basically criticizing a product. You got Amazon to thank for that, by the way, because they really encouraged people on their platform to give their opinion about books or products or services that they were selling online, and it just really kind of caught on. But before all of that, we had what is called BBB, the Better Business Bureau, right? And running a firm and having so many clients, at some point you're going to have someone that's not happy with your service, and they're going to complain to someone. And honestly, I've always addressed the negative reviews or the negative reports from BBB. In fact, the funniest thing that's ever happened was to actually have a certified notice sent to me from the BBB saying someone is complaining about our service. At the time, I was a broker, okay? And I'm like, okay, well, let me address this. And I was not part of the BBB, right? But you have to understand, to get rid of negative reviews or to address each complaint, it actually costs money, right? It costs money when you're dealing with the BBB. And you might say, well, if you own a business, you know that you cannot please everyone, okay? You cannot please everyone. Somebody might walk into your restaurant and they don't like the fact that you don't have sugar-free ketchup, okay? You're selling French fries, you don't have sugar-free ketchup. They're pissed off. They're going to write a negative review about you, right? And because of BBB, before the whole online onslaught, so to speak, everything was pretty easy. It was pretty isolated, right? Because it was not out there for everyone to see. But since the inception of negative reviews online, man, business is dramatically and drastically been affected. And you might say, well, how does negative reviews based on the research really affect business? Well, let me just share this with you. I'm going to share my screen with you here, okay? Right here, it says negative reviews succeed in chasing away customers from your business to your competitors. Research shows that one negative review can drive away 22% of prospects, or around 30 customers. The percentage of lost customers increases with the increase of negative reviews. 3 negative reviews can drive away 59.2% of your customers. And that's according to CM Global Solutions. Now, let's just see what Forbes is saying about it. Okay, how negative reviews can affect your business. Now, this is some serious ish. Okay, so I really want you guys to pay attention to what I'm sharing with you today. And I'm going to explain the concept of social proof and why negative reviews is actually a good thing for your business. Okay, so we're on Forbes right now. How review sites can affect your business and what you can do about it. I'm just going to share this one little bitty thing here with you. Basically, it says that, and I'm looking for it, but basically it says that 9 out of, it's here somewhere because I just finished reading it. Okay, see, BBB, Yelp, Facebook, these are all of the negative review sites, right? All right, so, but basically it says that 9 out of 10 customers do, 9 out of 10 customers actually do research before they purchase. And so they're going to Yelp, they're going to the BBB online, they're going to Facebook looking at reviews, they're going to all of these review sites, okay? And they're also, if you're a third-party seller on Amazon, they're actually looking at the negative reviews on Amazon about your product or service. So you might be saying, okay, AJ, now break it down to us. We understand the concept of negative reviews just truly messing up our potential customer base or our ability to get customers. All right. So this is what I want to say to you specifically about negative reviews. Negative reviews is a form of what we call social proof. Thank you very much, Nikki, for adding that too, by the way. She says, Nikki says she always does research even when it comes to restaurants. And that's true, and that's true for most people. Now, okay, social proof. The concept of social proof is what we call customer advocacy or customer customer promoting businesses, just to break it down in simple terms, customer advocacy is like customer referrals. The example I always give is this. In Houston, we have a restaurant called the Breakfast Club, right? And literally, if you pass by the Breakfast Club pretty much anytime, whether it's morning or afternoon, you always see these long lines. People are waiting to get breakfast, people are waiting to get lunch, and they're willing to stand in these long lines even in the cold, okay? But they may have people that are standing in line, may have passed the McDonald's, they may have passed the Burger King where they could, or Dunkin' Donuts, where they literally could have picked up breakfast instantly just like that. But because there are so many people waiting in line, people are naturally drawn to what seems to be the moment of the interest of most people. So if more people are standing in line, you're saying to yourself, why are they standing in line? And it must be something good about the food at this particular restaurant, because everybody is standing in line, right? And so just like if you're watching videos online and there's a video with a few views, chances are you're not going to watch that. However, if a video pops up that has millions of views or thousands of views, most likely you are going to watch that. Why? Because the people that watch the videos or the people that are standing in line, they are basically vouching. They're basically saying that we advocate for this product or this service, or watching this video or listening to this song, and you should too. Even though they're not necessarily saying it to you, the social proof is all of the views. The social proof is all of the people standing in line. So in short, they're saying that we advocate for this. Even though we're not physically saying it to you, we're advocating for this because we're willing to show, our actions are showing you that this is what you should do. So now that you understand the concept of social proof, right? You have to understand that negative reviews is social proof as well. So if you have tons of negative reviews, that's just like someone standing in front of you saying, hey, yeah, I tried that product, I tried that service, but man, I would not go there. They absolutely suck, okay? The terrible part about negative reviews online, such as Yelp and, or even the negative reviews on Facebook, is the fact that a lot of these negative reviews can be anonymous, right? And because they're anonymous, people can say whatever they want to say. And in many cases, you do not have, as a business owner, the opportunity to address it in a fashion that actually deals with what is the truth and what is not. In other words, someone can write a negative review about you because they're your competition. Yes, your competition can write a negative review to drive people away from your place of business to their place of business, okay? So with that said, you might say, well, AJ, if negative reviews are just that so bad, how and what should I do? Okay, now, this is what you should do, all right? You never avoid a negative review. You always respond to a negative review, because a negative review in marketing and in business is what we call the VOC, the voice of the customer. And whenever you address the voice of the customer, you might find out through reading negative reviews, right, that there might be actually something flawed with your product, with your service. Maybe, say if you're constantly getting negative reviews about, hey, every time I try to call them, the customer support is lousy. They don't respond to me. Now you know in your business that you have a problem in a particular function of your business with customer support. You do a little investigation, but always respond and say to the customer, hey, look, we appreciate your feedback and thank you very much, and we're going to look into it, and then offer them something that, shows that you're actually listening to their voice. Maybe a discount or a free meal or a free something the next time they're in your place of business, or maybe a discount on their next purchase. And you might say, why is this so important? Well, this is important because every person that sees that negative review and your response actually acts as social proof for you, your business, your product or service, that you are truly listening to the VOC, the voice of the customer, and the voice of the customer, meaning the person that's actually purchasing your product or service is actually valued. Okay? Whenever you value someone, a customer, they might have a negative experience with you. And this is the second thing. Besides, the first thing is actually negative reviews can help you find out something that's wrong in your business. But the second thing is when you respond and you offer some type of incentive to come back, then it shows that you not only value the customer, but you're willing to put your money where your mouth is. So I appreciate all the people that are on right now. And I want to tell you something about dealing with certain review sites. Now, they might take this video down for what I'm about to say, but honestly, I don't care. And business owners need to know this. I have on several occasions have had clients who may have refused to partake in a particular review site service, right? Such as Yelp. I'm just calling them out, right? Then all of a sudden they have negative reviews on Yelp, right? Or maybe they did not spend this tremendous amount of money that the BBB is asking for to actually help address a complaint or a online or a negative review. And then guess what? Now all of a sudden they have even more complaints. I'm not saying that Yelp or BBB are actually putting negative reviews on businesses, but it really seems to me that when it comes to brand reputation, that's protecting your brand, addressing negative reviews, and having social proof to prove to customers that your business is worthwhile and worth coming to and partaking of your product or service. I find it quite suspicious, and I'm just being honest, I find it quite suspicious that negative review sites that try to pitch you on getting their service, those businesses that turn them down often get negative reviews shortly thereafter. And I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but I'm just saying that, I find it quite suspicious. So what is the takeaway from today? Here's a recap. What is social proof? Social proof is like that WWOM. In marketing, we call that web word of mouth. Okay? WWOM. Web word of mouth. That's saying to other people that, hey, you should watch this video. You should partake in this restaurant because of all of these positive reviews that have been given to by customers just like you. Hey, I appreciate that, Nikki. Man, Nikki, you pretty active today, huh? You got a lot to say. I appreciate it. So anyway, let me finish this up. Okay, so you always want that social proof. You want to be like the Breakfast Club, okay, as opposed to McDonald's, that so many people are willing to stand in line for your product or service that they're willing to wait until they get what they deem the very best. And the only way to do that is to keep the customers happy. So part two of keeping the customers happy is to address the negative review. Okay, always address the negative review, because the negative review does two things when you address it. One, it might reveal that there might be a product flaw or a service flaw in your business. Say maybe you have terrible customer service, or maybe there's a glitch in your software, or maybe a bug in your software, or maybe there's some type of issue with shipping or whatever, right? And the second thing it does by addressing a negative review is it shows that you actually value the VOC, the voice of the customer. And thirdly, always offer some type of incentive to make customers happy, because as they say, one negative review can literally run away, based on global research, 30 potential customers. All right, so that's it for today. I appreciate everyone chiming in and checking in. Thank you all the people that showed up today. If you feel that this message resonates, be sure to share this message with someone, okay? And say, hey, look, I watched this Startup Junkie show today, and AJ was addressing social proof and negative reviews. And I really think that you should watch it, especially if they're a business owner and they're experiencing this, or if they're an entrepreneur, they're testing their product and they're getting negative reviews online for their product or service, then they need to address it. So I'm always saying to you, always address the negative review, and be sure to check out all of our social channels. They're right there in front of you. And if you're into podcasting, definitely check us out on iTunes, iHeart Media, Spotify, as well as TuneIn, which is Amazon, which is Alexa. So say Startup Junkie, Alexa, play, okay? And you're good to go. So I appreciate everyone checking us out today. Until next time, oh wow, thank you, Patrick France. Was that Nikki? You sharing what Patrick France is? Shantae Williams. You got Harold Jackson in the house. Thank you so very much. All you guys watching us today. You know what? I know you're watching us. I'm excited just like you. But until tomorrow, I really got to go. So take care, everybody.